Hey guys, hopefully this turns out okay. I'm trying to cover two subjects real quick in one short video. Well, won't be short. So, after my intro, we'll get into it. Okay, so what do I have here? Just want to make sure I can stick my hands outside. Can I make them disappear? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm going to try and cover solar and lighting, kind of in the same topic here real quick. As you can see, there's a small plethora of items on the table. Start with solar. If you're planning for any kind of grid down event, solar is obviously a, I won't say top priority, but a very high on your list type event, or item I mean. And as you can see, I have a small assortment. This is a small assortment. They make much bigger items, don't have one of them yet. There's a Kodiak, Fort Patriots has their 1500. Goal Zero's got a fairly decent robust one as well. Plus you can make your own. Backwoods Law did one recently. But this is what I have at the moment. And here's the lighting. So let's kind of ignore this for the moment. If you're going to get into solar, the thing to remember is each solar panel has a certain amount of output. This one right here is a 6 volt, 50, I think it's 50 watts output. No, it's 20. It's 20 watts. And I have a couple other small solar. I have another 6 volt that I didn't bring downstairs because I didn't want to overload my table. It's kind of wiggly. But you can daisy chain same size and close to the same output solar panels together to create much more input. Now what I haven't checked, and I don't know if you can do it with solar now or not, is to set them in a series, so put two 6 volts together to make an output of 12 volt. I haven't checked into that yet. I'm sure there's somebody out there in the comments below, down there, who will be more than happy to let everybody know about. That's one of the reasons I bring this like this. That way there's a discussion involved afterwards. No, don't be stingy. Come on, you got information, share it, please. Even if it's wrong, share what you think you know. And if it's wrong, people will hopefully be considerate enough to say, look, this is what I found, and provide documentation to prove it. Or if you found something that you think is right and you've got documentation, by all means share it. We're in this to grow together. There's no, let me dive down a rabbit hole real quick. As of recently, and I've had to delete 2 comments, and one I didn't delete. Hoople's Cat made a comment on my chart cloth video. So there's an easier and better way. Well, the reason behind what I did there is to show the old school way. Okay, that's what people are most interested in right now, is old school. So that's what I showed. That video was also part of a larger video. I only took a snippet of the larger video and put it out there for Will, just-in-time prepping to see. So that's why that was out there. The other 2 comments were from large channels who I don't know how they found mine because they don't follow me. And one of which went and did a chart cloth video shortly afterwards. And, it is what it is, but their comment was rather condescending. And that's not what this, at least this isn't what it shouldn't be about. So we shouldn't have people out here going, I'm better than you and you don't know poop, and yes, I'm trying to keep it PG friendly, family rated. I do slip once in a blue moon. I'm human. But we shouldn't have people coming onto other small, especially small channels that are starting out, who are actually trying to help other people. Because some of these large channels, and I could name off about 20 of them, have done nothing more than become what I call a sellout. All they care about is making money now. They don't care if you learn anything or not. They just want you to buy their product, whether it's any good or not. I'm not going to name any channel names. That's not what I'm here for. I just don't like the condescending attitude. Back to topic. But if you're going to get solar panels, like this Goal Zero, which recently came out Wednesday, make sure you understand what it can and can't do when you get it. Don't buy this thinking you're going to charge up 12 volt batteries, because this is 6 volt. It's not going to do it. Make sure you understand whether it's got a built-in battery or not. This one doesn't. This does. excuse me. And if you're going to have a unit like this that has built-in batteries that are changeable, have a few spares. That way you can rotate them out, keep them cycled. Excuse me. And you don't run out of power. Because if you're needing to use this to charge up your flashlights, which we'll get into in a minute, and you run this dead, even with the solar panel on, you can swap out those batteries for batteries that are currently charged, finish your charging, recharge these all the way up, put them back in here, then put your other batteries back in here and recharge them. And another thing to think about too, when it comes to rechargeable batteries, is they have a life cycle. Now, more modern day batteries, such as these, have 2,000 cycles. If you did it every day, which I don't recommend, if you did it every day, that's 2,000 days. That's a few years worth of cycles, okay? So, I mean, just be aware of what your capabilities of the item you're working with is. Nifty little item I picked up a while back, and I've adapted it. This cage right here, this metal piece, is actually a hard drive carrier for a laptop. I didn't have the laptop anymore, didn't have the hard drive that was in it, so I actually modified the carrier and put this little teeny solar panel in here that came with this light. So now now I got a way to hang this panel outside in the sun to where it can recharge this little itty bitty old lamp that I can hang inside my tent and provide a little bit of light for inside the tent. This is also the equivalent of one of these batteries, because what that's got in it is one of these little teeny ones. It's 3.6 volts. It will not charge your phone. So don't get this thinking, I can charge my phone. It will put a trickle into it. So if all you're trying to do is trickle charge your phone, then 3 or 4 weeks from now you might get a full charge, but you'll probably use it before then. So don't expect something this small to put out the 6 volts your phone needs. Pick up, and this is the style I mentioned in my other video about this. These are the ones you can get for $5 on Wish. They're 5,000 milliamp, half the capacity of this one. It does have a little teeny light on it, not very bright. There it goes. And make sure, as you can see, this one is charged. Make sure you keep them charged. Okay? Don't throw them somewhere, forget all about them, not check on them occasionally, because you will wind up not having battery power in here when you need it the most. Make sure you keep them charged. Same goes for these bigger ones, and this one's going to take twice as long to charge as this one, because it's basically got the same, almost the same cells. The photo cell in this one's better than this one, and I don't know if you can pick it up in the camera. Probably not. Let's see if I can do it this way. Try to get used to the new camera. Okay. If you can barely see, the charge light on this one's on, this one's not. But if I go toward my light, can't see it way over there, maybe. Now you can see the little teeny light. I have to get it a whole lot closer to that light than this one. And this one, flip back a little bit, as you can see, it's showing full charge. So the cells in this one are better than this one. So why spend $24 when you can spend $5 plus $2, $3 shipping? Because this one has twice the capacity, it charges better, it's going to charge faster, and it's got a much better light. And this one does 2 devices at once, where this one only does 1. So to do what this one does, you're actually going to need 2 of these, plus a flashlight. Now you've already spent more than what this one costs. So I think this one's the better buy. Personal opinion, you don't have to take my word for it, just personal opinion. Getting back on chargers. This one doesn't have its own device. This actually hooks to this. The bigger your panel, the more output it's got, the faster it's going to charge your item, which in this case, I can output several devices at once. And I didn't grab it, shame on me. But I'll get to that in a second. Sorry, brain's trying to travel 3 different places. Make sure you understand what your devices can and cannot do. Solar is interesting, it's fun. If you're planning for a grid down event, then make sure you have Faraday bags that all this stuff will fit into, that you can seal and reseal without having to ruin the bag. So you can keep a check on it, make sure everything stays functional, you know, just a little due diligence, a little preventive maintenance. So when it, you know, sliding from solar into lighting, if like this item right here, and I don't have all of them, this is just the big one, make sure you've got lights that can run off said solar. That helps a little bit. You know, that way you can charge this up all day, and then at night you've got lights for however long you need. Most people aren't going to run lights all day. Anyway, most people aren't going to be doing lights all day. Or all night, I mean. But having a light source to go with your charger is always nice. Most of your really big units, especially the small one, the big one from Goal Zero, the Energy, Kodiak, they've got two now, a big one and a bigger one, and the one from 4 Patriots, excuse me, all have sockets that you can plug, you know, and this is the style of plug that they use, so this light would work on all of them, because it's a standard plug to run a light off of. And having something like this, whoops, that's the wrong spot, oops, there we go. Having something like this Halo XT flashlight from 4 Patriots, yeah, I'm plugging their stuff, so what? No, I'm not sold out, I'm not getting paid for any of this. I was sent these to try, and I got to give one away in a giveaway. That's why I got them. There will be a video on this coming out soon. I still have a few more clips I have to do. Anyway, something like this that charges. And as you should be able to see, I hope, yeah, a little teeny green light. So this one's got a better charger, or a better solar array than this cheap charger over here. But having a battery powered flashlight, or solar powered flashlight, and this has got one of these 18650s in it. When this one's fully charged, it'll charge a cell phone. Stick it back out in the light, charges back up, and you've got light at night. Other options for lighting are the good old-fashioned killing sticks. And you can also go to your dollar store and pick up these cheapies. Now while this one's going to last a couple of years, and these might last a year, these are relatively cheap. Buy some, put them up. If you've got kids, after about 6-7 months, go buy some more and give your kids these to play with at night. That's what I do when I cycle these out. I give my son one at night he can play with just before he goes to bed. When it comes to lighting also, if you wear a ball cap or a headlamp, which side is it? This light. There it is. Make sure you get something with red in it. Red is especially useful at night to protect your vision. If you're going around with the white, see how it blinds the camera? But the red doesn't. It's the same effect on your eyes at night. It won't blind you. Yes. But even, you know, something like this one from Mossy Oak, which is also adjustable, it has white, red, and blue lights on it, which is patriotic, okay? But this also has red. Very useful at night, protects your night vision, and if you're walking around using red light and somebody's walking around with white light, you're going to see them before they see you, for one. Which means you'll be able to turn your light off, protect your eyes a little bit, and then you will have the element of surprise if that's what you need. When it comes to flashlights, and this one's not included in neither of these, have rechargeable batteries. These take the AA, so you're going to make sure you need a charger for your AA batteries. Don't forget that. Now, especially if you got a weapon light. This one right here takes 2 of these. So make sure you've got, you know, if you've got a weapon light, make sure you got batteries for it, and make sure you've got a way to charge those batteries with the appropriate charger. As you can see, I have an assortment of flashlights here, everything from a little EDC Olight to the little Nebo, which is nice for self-defense, to a, and this isn't going to show up very well, I don't think, no. This is great for, can't speak today, detecting biohazards. This is a UV light. And no, it's not strong enough to purify water, so don't get it for that. This was $1, and I paid $1 for shipping, so $2 for this. And I had to put my own batteries in it, which I bought at the dollar store for another $1. So $3. If it's pitch black dark, and it's not going to show up very, a little bit, I guess. But does that help any? No. Anyway, it's pitch black and it's a grid down event, and you're searching for supplies. Something like this could be very valuable. It's not a must. It's a luxury item, I guess. But it is something that could be very valuable in that type of event. So it's a thought. Like I said, I got it, working for $3. I'm not going to complain. But all these other flashlights, with the exception of this charges with its own little charger, is it? I forget. Hold on, I gotta check. Nope, it takes a 1450 or 14500, I mean, which I have plenty of those as well. They're just not on the table. But make sure you got a charger for that. And I do, it's just I forgot to grab it. It's my Olight charger. And all these medium-sized flashlights, or small flashlights, pop EDC style, take the 14500. These larger, well, this one doesn't. These two take this. So as long as I have batteries, and they're 2,000 cycles each, and a charging device, and a good solar panel, I will have light for a considerable while. The only one that's a downside is my new toy, which is this one. Yeah, I have fun. It requires 110 to charge it. So in order for me to charge this one, I'm going to have to get a power bank of some kind that has a 110 outlet. I'm looking at a couple different ones. I'm trying to see if I can make arrangements to do a review on one of them, and we'll see what happens. Now these little lights are more for your camping. This one's kind of fun. It's got light, it's got a fan and light, or it's off. So if you're in a grid down event and you've got a heater of some sort, or if you've got, you've taken and heated up rocks out in the pit, fire pit, you got them inside your enclosed area. One side's hot, the other side's not. Something like this little teeny fan, as long as you've got batteries and a way to charge it, could actually circulate that heat in there to keep everybody nice and toasty for a while. Yes, running air over warm rocks will cool them off faster, but depending on the size of the rock, you can get a good 8 hours out of a bunch of rocks that have been heated up and stacked next to each other. And if you're only going to be asleep for, say, 6.5 hours, then this could make everybody comfortable. It's a thought. I'm not saying that's what you need to do. It's a thought. Something like this little lantern, which is tiny, and it's got an SO, or a flashing beacon in it, could be useful as well. But the red light is ideal for nighttime. If you hang this up and put it in your tent with the red light on, you're going to be able to see quite well. You're not going to throw off as many shadows in a, if you don't want to be seen. You'll still throw off some, but nowhere near as much as if you had the white light on. And then, of course, last but not least, is something even as simple as this cheap old kid's flashlight. It's cheap, but it's hand powered. You don't have to worry about it. Now I also have a hand cranked little radio with the light on it. Also another option, which I don't have to worry about nothing. I can hand crank it. It's got an output for my phone. Excuse me. Wow. Sorry about that. But it also has crank on it. So I now have, that has light, it's got radio in it, and it can charge a device if I need to. So when it comes to solar and lighting, you kind of want to marry the two together, and we're almost out of time here. So I'm going to shut this down, or close this up here pretty quick. Make sure you can marry the two together to keep both of them going as long as possible. Oops. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try to answer them as soon as I see them. That's it, that's all. Some of us had a blast, none of us had a ball. So, y'all have a good one. Remember, keep them low and keep safe. Peace.